Hey guys, Chicago Lux Driver here. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but kind of want to talk about the current state of things in the Uber Black slash private game here in Chicago. It is progressively getting worse. Unfortunately, this beautiful Escalade that I have, that I've had for a good bit now. I am gonna have to turn it in, and I will be getting a Tesla Model Y. It's just because what I'm averaging every week is about the same as what I was making when I wasn't doing Uber Black, and that's with accounting for private ride income. It's the the gist of it is that there is a massive surge of Asian drivers. Um, Now, whether they're legal or not, I don't know. But I have been told that there is also the same issue going on in LA. There is a massive amount of Asian drivers sharing accounts, and because a lot of them look alike, they're easily able to bypass the confirm your accounts checks that come in every once in a while. And I'm seeing them in uh, pretty much, you know, expeditions and navigators. Um, up until a few months ago, the vast majority of drivers that were in the airport lot were Middle Eastern, and that's kind of how it was for a long time. They pretty much controlled the the black game market here for a long time. Now it's these Asian drivers. Now it's about more than half of what I see at the airport lot, and also just in general. And it's quite unfortunate because it's really flooding the market. And what's allowing this to even happen is that I think I've mentioned this before, but a few months ago, the city of Chicago recently increased the number of available limo plates from 3,000 to 33,000. So pretty much everyone and their mother is getting the chauffeur's license, which is the easiest thing in the world to pass. And then they're leasing cars from big fleet owners. They're just buying up every Navigator and Expedition they can get their hands on. And and they're taking everything. They're not just taking like Uber Black SUV. They're also taking like a regular black. So, you know, when I first started doing Uber Black SUV, I could easily afford to stay just on that and make a god honest like $3,000 to $4,000 a week just off app rides. That's not including private rides. Now, um, making about a half to a third of that. That's with everything combined. So my as a last ditch effort, um, I'm being forced to get rid of this, and I'm going to step into the Model Y because it's because I don't pay for charging. So I can easily get away with making less money every week compared to the Escalade because I'm spending about $320 a week on gas. Plus, I'm spending $900 a week on the lease. So I'm spending $1,320 every week just to have this car. And I'll be lucky if I at least double that amount. And it's uh, it's quite unfortunate. And the vast majority of Escalade drivers are in the same boat as I am, or in fact, they're making even less because a lot of them are commuting from so far away. So this is becoming a problem. So this is going to be my last ditch effort, and to see if it works. Worst case scenario, I'll go back to doing what I was doing before. Doing Uber and Lyft part time, and then go back to getting a full time job. So we'll see how it goes. I don't foresee me having to get to that point. I can easily see myself making the same amount of money while spending $520 less every week. So it's going to be a win-win for me regardless. And the Tesla Model Y is also going to have 7 seats, so I could technically do Lux Black XL. Although I will say I will not be doing Lux Black XL at the airports. Just because I've had even before when I was doing regular Uber and the Audi Q7 and I would do a Uber XL, people would complain about the space. They're like, "Oh, we want a minivan or whatever," and I like city driving. I had no problem with it. So pretty much with the Tesla, the only thing I won't be getting is Uber Black XL rides. And honestly, that's not really that much. Like, let me show you something here. Let me show you how bad it is currently around my area. As you can see, there is 8 black SUV rides within 2 blocks of me on Lyft. And then obviously it's going to be worse than Uber because there's a lot more people who do Uber only. So let's see what this is. Yeah, pretty much the same amount. Same amount, same location. And I could drive around the city and show you guys. Everywhere I go, there's always going to be 8 SUVs within 2 blocks of me. And really, it's just not the way to go. The vast majority of the rides I've been getting recently on Uber has been like regular black. Mostly, couples going from eating dinner in the West Loop going back home, or a finance bro going from their office to their apartment in Lincoln Park. That's pretty much what it is. The only time that I get black SUV rides is during Cubs games, going to the Cubs game, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get an airport ride. Pretty much, other than that, I don't really get black SUVs. So I really think that it's my best sound decision, at least until these drivers who are spending so much money on these leases and making half or less than half after costs start bleeding out because they can't afford the SUVs anymore. Or until Uber and Lyft finally figure out how to get rid of all these drivers that are sharing accounts and ban them all. I hope that happens soon because it's only going to get a lot worse from here. Especially with the vehicle increase. It's just nuts. Like, in order for me to get a ride here in the city, like a black SUV, I literally have to be like across the street. Like this picture here. This was this morning when I was picking up a private, but like on like a Saturday, if I wanted to get a ride from the St. Regis, I literally had to be within like 50 feet of the building. Otherwise, I won't get a black SUV request. Like it's another example. I was sitting at Navy Pier with Black SUV only on, and I could sit there for 2 hours and not get anything. And it's just like, god damn, man. But if I turned on There you go, Black, nonstop. So I my fleet boss is getting the Model Y from the factory Friday, which is absolutely crazy because it's a 2 week turnaround from the factory. This isn't like one that was already built. This is coming from the factory because he mistakenly bought it from the factory when I told him that there was already three available that was like in the city that he could have bought. But anyways, hopefully with the one comes from the factory, I'll get some newer stuff compared to the ones that are already existing. But yeah, when I do get it and it's ready to go, I'll do I guess I'll do a tour video of it and let you guys know how it goes. But I imagine things are going to go very well because with me not having to worry about paying for charging, I can I'll be looking for these longer trips. Like there's like I'll see a request all the way from like Lake Zurich to go to the city, and I'm like I'm not driving 35 miles out to pick up a ride at Escalade. That's crazy. But in the Model Y, I probably will, just because like I'm gonna have 300 miles of range to play with every day. And then if I need to go more than that, I can easily just go to a supercharger and spend 20 minutes there to get full charge. But the point of it is to not use the supercharger. But if I'm getting a lot of work and I need to do it, then it's an option for me to have. I had a Model Y last year when I was experimenting with things back then, and this is why I decided to do what I'm doing, and hopefully the 7 seats will allow me to make more consistent money. And also the biggest thing is someone told me that if you have a Model Y with 7 seats, you can contact Uber and then they'll turn on Uber XL. I'm not sure if that's true, but when I do get it, I will make an appointment to go to the Uber hub. That's like 3 or 4 miles away from me, and I'll be like, hey, I got a Tesla Model Y, 7 seats. Can you turn on Uber XL for me? That way, when it's slow, I can do Uber XL reservations when I get them. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I expect very positive outcome. Weather out the storm. Let all the other drivers die out, and then when they die out, I'll come back in an Escalade and go back to normal. At least that's the hope. Again, worst case scenario, I go back to doing it part time and work 100 hours a week. But hey, at least I'll be making more money, right? Anyways, thanks for staying up to date with me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.